Hey everybody, thanks for checking out this video. I am here today in the Myth House, one of my favorite houses for gardening in. It's just got all the space. I mean, look at this space. How much more could you ask for? And with the new method of gardening, you know, it really lends itself to openness, airiness, you know, sort of that post-modern architectural vibe. I don't know if that's actually what it is. I have no idea. Maybe it's more Greco-Roman. Whichever way you swing. This house is great for what I'm going to demonstrate. And this is going to be part one of probably a two-part video that's going to show you how to create a white and Maltese tiger lily factory. Okay? White and Maltese tiger lily factory. So the way this starts off is we need two 69 plot beds. I'm going to show you how to build these new beds in case you don't know. It's a pretty simple new method. And God bless whoever discovered this thing, honestly. It actually makes building a 69 plot bed faster, assuming you have the space, and we have the room. So you're going to, on the outside, you're going to separate these as far apart as you can get them, okay? And you're going to need to build these in, you don't want to use the standard plot, okay? And I know that this is sort of an impediment because it's going to cost a lot of energy, but you're going to want to build these in enchanted soil. So take your time on this 69 plot. And of course, the tiger lilies don't need the enchanted soil. They can get by on small soil. But once we get back from the tiger lilies what we're looking for, we're going to need 3 plots of enchanted, so you might as well start off that way. So 369 plot beds of small enchanted soil. You're going to need all the likes for each one because we want them to grow fast. Okay? And when we harvest these, they're going to drop ultra tiger lily seeds. And we're going to hang on to those ultra tiger lilies until we have probably around 50 of them. And if not, if we can go take it all the way, it may take a while. 69 of them would even be preferential. Okay? And it's going to take some time. It's going to take some gold. You don't have to do these all at once. You can start off with a bed, harvest it, get the gold, sell the treasure cards that it yields. You can even sell the reagents because by the time this is done, you're going to be max cattails, and you don't really need 999 cattails. You can afford to sell those from time to time in the bazaar for additional gold. This does get a little gold intensive, so be forewarned. So I'm going to build the third bed. I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to go into the interior and do that because eventually this is where we're going to put our 69 plot bed of ultra tiger lilies. We're going to build it indoors. So we've got 3 sort of separate zones, okay? So I've got all my likes here ready to go. I've got 69 tiger lilies. So for now, we're just going to grow plots of 69 tiger lilies, okay? All right, so we only really need one thing to do this, and that's a small blue trim rug. We could buy this from the housing salesperson in Wizard City of all places. So we want to build a bed that's 8 across by 8 deep, and then we're going to need to have 4 on this end and 1 on this end, and I'll demonstrate how that works. So this new method of building, we want to start over to the left, and we want to find the center mass on this rug because I don't think that you can put down a plot in here, without a rug. So we want to make sure the rug is turned the right way, and it is. So this plot will go dead center on this rug. So before we start, what we want to do is select the rug, and we want to hit advanced move, this new arrow here. You can do this for all the plot sizes. With the small plots, it doesn't really compress them that much, but it compresses them enough. And that's sort of the thing that's helpful. I've tried to get by with 2 spacing, 3 spacing. Doesn't really seem to work, so we have to go with 4 spacing. So we're going to click the advanced move, and we're going to switch this icon, which is switch between relative and absolute. We want where it says X, Y, and Z. We want it to be that way. And then we want to pull the sensitivity all the way down to the bottom. Okay? So that's how we want to start this off. So we'll put down our first small enchanted plot. And then we select our rug, go back to advanced move, and we want to find whichever one of these is going to move it to the right of the character. So in this case, nope, other way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we stop and we accept, and we put down another plot. Okay? One, 2, 3, 4. And if you mess up, forget your count. And if you can count to 4, you can do this. If you feel you've messed it up, just hit the X button. It returns the rug right back to where it was. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see how these plots are sort of right together, sandwiched a bit. It's saving you a little bit of space. Not a whole bunch, but enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you get the picture. Okay, I'm going to build out these 8, and then I'm going to show you how to come forward and go back across. And then I will build this thing out off camera. So now we're up to 6. This is 7. And this is 8. Okay, now we need to come towards us. So we want to highlight the rug and we want to change. There we go. So this brings it forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Then we're going to build this one. And then we're going to go back to the sideways direction in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see how this rug is sort of perfect. It's got a little symbol in the middle. Everything sort of lines up. You can almost tell that when it's the blue edge is here or here that you're good to plant. Accept it. Okay, so you're going to do this for 8 rows. So 8 rows of 8. So I'm going to build this out, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to build the ones. You're going to place some on the ends, 4 on the ends, and then 1 in the front. So that'll give you 69. It's a pretty simple thing to do. One thing to keep in mind, don't pick up the rug. Don't ever move or pick up the rug. just leave it where it is. There's no need to pick it up or put it away. The only time you want to touch the rug is if you're doing this to it. Okay. Okay, I've done 2 out of the 8 rows, and I'm going to show you how to do the 4 across the back. Pretty simple. You want to go backwards with the rug, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can tell that it's there because the little red things are framing the plot. Then I want to accept it, select it again, and I want to go over to this rug. So it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Accept it, select the rug again, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to put 4 plots along here, and then I'm going to come back over this way and continue building these out. Okay, so now I want to bring this forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Accept, click it again. Then I want to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then I can come forward. I do that every time. Then I can come forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, and start the 3rd row. Okay, let me finish this. I'll be back to show you how to do the last plot. Okay, so I have finished the main portion of this plot. So again, it's 8 by 8. 4 down at this end, and then I'm going to need to put 1 at this end, and the 1 on the end we're going to have to do it a little bit differently. It's pretty simple. So we just want to take our rug, we want to come to the 4th plot from whichever side the rug happens to be on. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how that frames out the plot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Accept it. Okay. Then we want to come forward 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we want to continue going to the left of the character for 2 spaces. 1, 2. That's going to put it dead center and away from the main body. Accept it. And go ahead and put the cherry on top, the last little plot. Okay, we're done, so we can go ahead and take our small blue trim rug away. And you'll notice that I started off with quite a bit of energy. I think the max on this character is 218, now I'm down to 13. So it takes quite a bit of energy to build 69 of these. I suppose I should probably put it out there that in order to do this, the first part you can pull it off with just the tiger lilies because their needs aren't really that energy intensive. But when you start planning the ultras, and the white and Maltese tiger lilies, you're going to be using the fly swatter pest spell 3 times. So there's 75 energy there. Plus, for each one of those plots, you're going to have to go and cast Downpour, Bee Swarm, Grand Magic, and Flute Ensemble. So the math is pretty high. I don't even know that I can pull it off with this specific character, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out. This is typically something for someone with a max character who has the best energy gear set. And I may wind up porting part of this over to one of the other characters. I don't know. We'll just have to see how this works out. So at this juncture, I am going to go ahead and put in my likes before I plant. And I'm going to cheat and buy an energy potion just to go ahead and do the plantings. Some people like to do their things on the ground. It doesn't matter. Wherever you want to put your likes at is up to you. I like to float them. That's just my thing. Well, that didn't work. Try that again. First thing, we're going to put a dandelion in here. And we're going to pull that pot. We're going to set this down. We're going to click it, scroll the mouse wheel back and forth. We're going to move it with the move button, get it about on the edge of the pot, turn the rug, pull the pot. That's one space we just saved ourselves. Now, while we have 250 in here by default, it's a space, and we don't need a pot sitting there, in all honesty. Okay, got my likes. I'm going to spin this off. Get it out of the way. This out of the way. Okay, so I'm ready to plant. I've got everything here ready to go. I'm going to put in as many as I can without a potion, which is 5. And then I'm going to buy a potion. So plant all, again, you don't need the plant all spell, but in all honesty, I don't know that anyone who wants to sit here 69 times planting the same plant over and over again. Okay, I'm going to refill, buy energy, buy. Okay, and 64. Okay, they're all out. All right, so now I have 3 beds of 69 tiger lilies, and we're hoping for altar drops. So when I go to harvest them, I will continue this video showing you each harvest, how many we get, and how close we get to our goal. Thanks for checking us out. Okay, we're back. It's about 5.5 days to maturity. These are elder. These standard tiger lilies are elder. There's 2 beds of 69 that are elder. The ones on the inside are still cooking, the interior of the house. So we're going to harvest these 2 beds. We're going to see what we get back, how many altars drop from these 2 beds. Before I do that, I wanted to call out a couple things. One, you don't need to go this crazy in order to do this. You don't necessarily need 69 or 2 plots of 69. You can do 1 plot of 69. You could do a plot of 23. You know, you don't have to take it to this extent if you don't have the gold, the time, the patience, the energy. If you don't have, you know, the best level energy gear for your character, or you frankly don't have the space and you still want to try it out, you can do a bed of 23, which the medium-sized spell will cover. Now, it's going to take a little bit longer, probably. I don't know. I haven't tried it that way. But generally with this game, the more attempts that you make at a drop, the higher the probability. So in this case, with dual 69 beds, I'm hoping that we get back quite a bit more. I don't know what it looks like to do it with just 23, whether you just get 1, sometimes 2. Either way, it's fine. This is going to take a bit. Also wanted to say that this is going to be the end of the first segment of this video, and then I'll come back with a part 2 once I have enough seeds to start the process. Now, if you beat me to this, if you already have some Ultra Tiger Lilies hanging out, you feel it's enough to make a go of it, you're going to plant them all away from anything else, preferably, or at least away from anything that sits in a small enchanted plot. So once you plant them, you're never going to let them go to Elder. You're just going to get them 3/4 to Elder and keep harvesting them. And as you harvest them, they will drop white tiger lilies, Maltese tiger lilies, standard tiger lilies, and they will, I think, occasionally drop a dandelion or a orange dandelion or something like that. But they're going to drop a lot of white and Maltese tiger lilies. Now here's the other catch to that. You don't even actually have to plant those if you don't need the reagents or you don't need the snacks. You can hawk them in the bazaar. Those seeds, fetch a fairly hefty sum in the bazaar because there's always somebody buying the 1 or 2 that make it into the bazaar. So there's that option as well. So, all I'm trying to say is you don't have to be as stiff as I'm being here with 2 plots of 69. Feel free to mix it up. There's nothing written in stone that you have to do it this way. So let's, without further ado, let's get started here and let's see how many we get. Only 1 out of that. Now, to be fair, I haven't really harvested hardly any of these ever on this character. It's another phenomenon that I've noticed, that the more times that your character seems to do something in the game, the more apt it is to receive the drops that you're looking for. And I'm guessing that the same paradigm applies to plants as well. So maybe what I'll do is, if this is really crummy, and it looks like it's going to be, because we literally only got 1 ultra out of that whole thing. There's 2. There's 3. Alright, so we only got 3 ultras out of the whole deal. I don't know that I'd call it a fail necessarily, but certainly not what I had anticipated. I was thinking perhaps 4 per bed. But, we'll take it for now. So I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to go ahead and post it, and thanks for checking it out, and good luck to you. Enjoy.